It is the blouse underneath is made by my niece. Those of you who are here in person, she's a really gifted seamstress. All the suits that Ibu, my husband, wears are made by her. So this is African fabric. She is from Senegal, Dakar, Senegal. I've been trying to convince her to let me set her up on Instagram to do a business, but she's very shy, very reluctant. And that would mean volume, and she's more about quality, not quality. I mean, quality, not quantity. All right, good morning, everyone. Welcome to Art with Liz. Thank you to the Hoboken Public Library for allowing us to have these hybrid classes. Those of you who are at home, welcome. Watching on YouTube, welcome, and Zoom. Those of you here in person, welcome, welcome, welcome. We are in the month of June, which is Caribbean American History Month, as well as LGBTQ plus History Month. And we are looking at an artist today who hails from Jamaica. I think yesterday in my class, my Tuesday afternoon class, I mistakenly said she was Haitian, so forgive me for that. She does come from Jamaica. Morning, Jackie. And she was born in 1981, so for me, she's a young person, and she was born in Kingston, Jamaica, and her name is Ebony G. Patterson. She attended the Edna Manley College of Visual and Performing Arts and also went to Washington University in St. Louis, US of A. I want to share with you a slideshow of her work, and then I have a project for all of us to do that I'm hoping will have been inspired by her work. So here we go. I'm gonna get the slideshow up and running. Morning. Give me one moment to do that. We have discussed Ms. Patterson before. I think her work is so wonderful that she's worth looking at again, more than worth looking at again. I was lucky enough to see some of her work in the Venice Biennale last month. And I was reminded of how really fantastic it is. All right, here we go. Folks at home, can you see the show? Robin, can you just let me know? Can you see?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Ms. Patterson is known for very large and colorful works. She calls them tapestries, and she makes them out of found materials. She uses everything from glitter to toys, excuse me, to fabric, beads, fake flowers and jewelry, and other such things. She has taught at the University of Virginia, the Edna Manley College School of Visual and Performing Arts, and has been an associate professor in painting and mixed media at the University of Kentucky since 2007. And her work has been shown all over the United States, Jamaica, and abroad. As I mentioned, she was in the Venice Biennale. She was also in the Whitney Biennial 2 years ago, which was I don't think it was the first place I ran into her work. I remember seeing her at the Mad Museum here in Manhattan before the Whitney. So she studied painting at the Edna Manley College of Visual and Performing Arts in Jamaica and graduated in 2004. She received a Master of Fine Arts degree in 2006 in printmaking and drawing from the Sam Fox School of Design and Visual Arts at Washington University in St. Louis. Her work is often about visibility and invisibility and how that's affected by class, race, gender, youth culture, pageantry, and acts of violence in the context of, quote, post-colonial, unquote, spaces. She has the sensibility of a painter, but she works across many media, including tapestry, photography, video, sculpture, drawing, and installation. So this was a work that I actually saw at the Mad Museum, the Museum of Art and Design here in New York. And it was called, the entire piece, which filled a whole floor of the museum, was called Gangstas for Life. It was a series of mixed media on hand-cut paper pieces, and it revolved around questions of identity and the body. She used photography, found objects, etc., etc. Her early work was primarily about the objectification of the female body and the female torso. This particular piece was about, I want to get it right, give me a minute, was about young Black men and what she believes is the victimization by the police of young Black men. Her early body of work has a sober and at times even majestic visual beauty, which, as she puts it, references, quote, beauty through the use of the grotesque, but visceral, confrontational, and deconstructed, end quote. So Patterson's 2016 solo show at the Museum of Arts and Design, Dead Trees, incorporated several applique commercially woven jacquard weavings in which Patterson used restaged images of photographs that had been taken of murder victims in Jamaica and then circulated on social media. The exhibition also included a collection of mannequins in vibrant Jamaican dancehall wear titled Swag Swag Crew, and a series of vitrines with artificial flora and jewelry belonging to the collection of the Museum of Arts and Design, in which patterned bodies reclined. Again, referencing the victims of violent crime. And I thought that the Gangsta, so I could be wrong about this, but I thought that the Gangstas for Life series was part of this. So I think I'm wrong about that. Apology. Patterson explains that she uses beauty to trap the viewer, quote, physically, psychologically, and emotionally, end quote, in intricate and seducing compositions. Shrouding figures almost completely, the artist creates a presence of bodies no longer there, which raises pertinent questions about those who are not visible. And since 2013, the idea of the garden, both real and imagined, has formed an essential arc of Patterson's practice. She says, I am interested in how gardens, natural but cultivated settings, operate with social demarcations. I investigate their relationship to beauty, dress, class, race, the body, land, and death. And I was lucky enough to go to an exhibit she did at the Brooklyn or New York Botanical Gardens, in which she placed a lot of her sculpture within the garden setting. And it was just very, very beautiful work. This is one of her installations. In new works, Patterson continues to deftly combine splendor with danger, juxtaposing visibility and invisibility, death and survival. Her works remain filled with an overwhelming sense of hope. People become memorialized in Patterson's gardens. Each piece is a marker for bodies overlooked. Life fervently continues, and those who live in the garden persist in finding ways to survive. And when you look at her work, it is very hopeful, very bright, very colorful, very, I don't want to use the word flamboyant, but it's so brilliantly colored that it's joyful. Her work is in the public collections of the Whitney Museum of Art, the Studio Museum in Harlem, the Los Angeles County Museum of Art, and on and on. The list is endless. Duke University, the National Gallery of Jamaica, the Tiffany Foundation. It's a very long list. So this is a close-up of one of her works. Again, she likes to use artificial flowers, glittery objects. The thing with the green spiky stuff is a doll's dress. I think they're maybe both dolls' dresses. You see the small objects? If those of you are here, I'm going to point them out to you. So this is a doll's dress. They're both doll's dresses. These shapes here. So she likes to use bits and pieces of toys. Costume jewelry, she uses quite a bit in her work. Fabric, pieces of fabric. Oh, there's even little doll shoes. You can barely see them, but these blue shapes are little doll shoes and these green shapes. Yeah. I mean, so they're incredibly creative and imaginative. I think this one's part of the Gangsters for Life. This is one of her tapestries. You can see that she's using fabric. Lots of threads in this one hanging off. It looks like dripping paint, but it's actually threads. Again, she likes to conceal the figure. They're large. They're really large. The piece I saw in the Biennale went from the ceiling to the floor. I mean, they're really tapestries. When you think of medieval tapestries, like If you go to the cloisters and you look at the tapestries, they're that big. I would imagine now that she has assistants help her with these, but probably in the beginning of her career, she did most of this by herself. And it's a lot of work. The words are obscured, but it says, "See me." Again, her work is about visibility and invisibility and how race, class, gender are all affected by the culture in which we find ourselves.
So is that literally a tapestry? Or?
Yeah. Well, is it a woven tapestry?
Yeah.
Some of it probably is, and some of it could be collage. This piece, I don't know. I don't know if I've seen this one in person. So I can't answer that question with absolute certainty. Could be. He does. Now, this looks like a composite picture, Eileen, like it's parts of different people that she's put together in different ways. Definitely fabric. Could be a photograph printed on fabric. It's mixed media. Looks like he has a halo. Also with the halo. So these, I'm not positive, but I think these are part of the Gangsters for Life series. I love this one. There's so much to look at in her work that when you're standing directly in front of it, it's mesmerizing. So many details, and she uses so many different media that you have to look at it. Kind of drawn to it like a bee to honey. All right. Thoughts, comments, ideas before I stop sharing. We're too tired today. Okay. So I will stop the share on this. And give you instructions for the project that you can create today. Those of you who are here, I have put out large sheets of white paper. I have brought in fabric scraps. I have brought in glitter, colored construction paper, watercolor paint, colored pencils. I wanted to bring in acrylic paint and oil pastels as well, but there's a limit to how much will fit into my hand cart. So watercolor paint, colored pencils, fabric scraps, scissors, glitter. There's some beads, buttons, and other kind of glittery stuff for you to use. And there is liquid glue. I want you to create a collage, either of a self-portrait or an abstract image. Those of you at home, you can scrounge around looking for materials, mixed media materials that you can use to do the same. You could also go in another direction. Ms. Patterson is a garden person. We are in a spring month. If you would prefer thinking garden and doing a floral image, that certainly would work as well. But I like the self-portrait idea because Ebony G. Patterson is so much about identity, visibility, and invisibility. If there's a way you could think about incorporating a picture of yourself, and it doesn't have to be realistic, but some kind of piece of yourself into your collage work today, that would be great. And I want you to have fun. There's a lot of fun materials that I brought in for you to use. Any questions? It was a short slideshow, so you have lots of time to work today. If we run out of that large white paper, just let me know. I have watercolor paper if we run out of that. Some process things, some procedural things. The white glue, you can either take the container with you to your seat, or you can pour some into the cups or onto a paper plate that I provided. I seem to have run out of those wooden craft sticks, or I can't find them. So I brought in plastic utensils from takeout orders. You can use those instead. There's some chopsticks there that you can open up and use, or you can use your fingers or paper towel to apply the glue. It's easier to put the glue on the paper and then apply the glitter. If you're gluing on larger objects like fabric, you put the glue on the fabric first and then stick it on the background paper. And what else? Finally, the glitter. Please be aware of the fact that glitter is extremely difficult to clean up. So use it carefully and judiciously. Perhaps you should take a paper plate to your seat if you're using glitter and keep it underneath the container to try and prevent it from spreading everywhere. Any questions? Final suggestion, if you want to have more control over your composition, take a pencil, work out the shapes on your paper before you start gluing. All right. Have fun. I will put up a picture by Ms. Patterson on the big screen for ideas. And if you don't have any ideas at all, ask me, I will help you. A lot of these pictures are very blurry, though. Let's try this one. Love the shoes. Do you see the shoes on the floor or part of this? This is too blurry though. That is
Show us the other one.
blurry. We're gonna try another one. Oh, thanks, Rev. Can you get behind me?
It's old. He's older. Yeah. I think she's 92. Oh my God. Yeah. She's a tiny.
Oh, this is definitely. This was part of the Mad Museum installation because I saw this one. It was so cool.
My father was an artist and I have a bunch of art books and I wanted you to look at them if you wanted any. If not, I was gonna bring in some cozy.
Kind of.
Hey, I have a bunch of.
Oh,
art
put
books.
them back out there.
I
Yeah,
have a
I
bunch.
have a lot of his.
I have a bunch of like oil paints, his brushes. He's 95. Not gonna,
He's still living?
yeah,
Wow.
it's in the final, the final stages, but.
My problem is I won't be able to
Great.
carry them home today.
I mean,
I have to bring all my supplies home. You could drop them off at my house,
and where's that? But
235 Garden.
I could do that after I'll write it down. But yeah,
Yeah.
I have a whole bunch of stuff have to go through.
My husband sleeps late because he works at night, but I could text him and let him know that you're leaving him on the front stoop. And when he wakes up, he could get that.
All right.
How lovely, yeah.
Yeah, they're all, I mean, they're beautiful books. My dad did this one color. Books, you know what I mean? And I would rather something go to somebody, or if you know somebody,
I'm thinking the books probably might be better at symposium.
Okay.
But I could bring them there for you.
You can do that during the break, but I could put these back there if you want.
Yeah, let people use
yeah,
them.
it's some of them are different
That-
colors.
that's- Yeah, people could
So,
use it.
so I'm so glad. Excellent.
Thank you. Very kind. Tell me your name again.
Oh, Barbara.
Barbara. Yeah, sorry, Barbara. I am old. All right, so Barbara is putting out some more paper for you to use for collage, different colored paper. She's kind enough to be donating it to our class.
Even that one that was. You said it. I know, but had I read it, I would have put Pierce's.
You okay, Alice?
You know what I'm saying? No, I'm saying, had I read what you wrote, what we were gonna do, I would have put a pair of scissors.
Oh, because I don't have enough scissors.
Should be.
That nice lady Barbara will share with you, I'm sure. The glue is probably hard to open. Let me know, I'll try and help you. Alice, you can also do a drawing too if you want.
Like religious, like icons. And some of them look sort of like Buddhist, the prayer scrolls where they have the cycle figure, all the stuff around. It's very interesting.
Yes. Yeah. They kind of have that feeling in person too.
Yeah.
They do.
Yeah, that's not part of what she's talking about, but that's.
Not that I've run across.
Yeah,
They're
yeah,
not
but-
supposed to be spiritual.
Yeah.
Art. I can see where they would have that.
Yeah.
So I know this project is kind of overwhelming, just choosing the materials they want to use, so overwhelming.
Well, I don't think so. I make everything really simple.
Well, you could do a drawing, I could set a little still life.
Alright.
Oh,
Oh, me too. Oh my God, no, I'm gonna do something like an icon. Something different.
That's a cool idea.
No, she did one where it was sprayed, it was sprayed on the board, and then it was sprayed by all this stuff.
Glitter.
It, no,
I
it
love
needed
it.
that, it needed protein.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay, you want me to bring you
I
stuff?
don't know, I'll do it.
Yeah, and I like those images of the young people with mail.
Yeah.
They had an icon. How are you? I have ordered more white paper, and if you run out of white paper, you can have watercolor paper that's for this afternoon, but we'll try some stuff. We can use some there.
Oh, there's a body.
And that's what you. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I can't see the head. You can see
No.
the feet and
Yeah, no, I like the drawing. I know it. Where? Oh, really? This is hard. This wasn't so good. Struggle with a little too. Fail. Well, I didn't realize till I finished it, it was about it. The ocean. How amazing you all are. But it's also about hope. It's the title of the series. That's your favorite.
That's gorgeous. Oh, nuts, shells. No, what are those?
I like that, but they're not meant to be coping.
So they were possible shells.
Oh, good, you're copying the long necked guy?
Yeah.
I am. He's quite beautiful. Or female. Oh, you have a different picture than the one I put up in the slideshow. Could be a female, could be. I'm not sure about this either, but Ms. Patterson may be part of the LGBTQ community, but I'm not positive. I suppose I could look that up. That would certainly be great since it is LGBTQ plus month, Pride Month. Folks at home, I hope you have enough supplies. Susan, I know you do.
Oh, fabric? Oh, take on fabric. Use the fabric, yes, and the paper item.
So for those of you who may be interested, since it is Pride Month, Ebony G. Patterson has not publicly identified as gay. However, the Jamaican-born visual artist frequently explores queer aesthetics, the performance of gender, and the nuances of masculinity and homosexuality within the notoriously conservative, predominantly homophobic culture of her home country. Excuse me. Yes, I think also the gangsta series is also about homosexuality. Should look that up. I don't want to give you false information. Gangsters for Life. Yes, the Gangsters for Life series by Jamaican artist Ebony G. Patterson explicitly examines the contradictions surrounding homosexuality, masculinity, and gender norms within Jamaica's hyper-masculine and predominantly homophobic dancehall culture. That is according to AI. And in a New York Times article, it says her work depicts men in the Jamaican. Wait, let me open this. Her Gangsters for Life portraits, which depict men in the Jamaican dancehall scene with floral motifs, bleached skin, and red lipstick, as a way of challenging notions about homosexuality and beauty. And she herself said, when the first major gallery to represent her, around that time, there seemed to be a growing interest in what was happening in the Caribbean. The work at the time was also exploring ideas around gender and masculinity and how all of that was playing out in popular culture. So her work is extremely important for both of our themes this month. LGBTQ plus identity, as well as Caribbean cultural themes. Is the TV show Empire still being shown? Because her work hangs in episodes of Empire,
Probably see it.
probably. Yeah, since I don't have oil pastels for you and acrylic paint, colored pencils would work if you need deep bright color for that. And any of the buttons or beads. Is in the show. You have to go back to Facebook and post it. Lots of stuff. It's up. On Instagram too, just Google his name, you'll see a lot of stuff. He did, and Laura, he is interested in doing a slideshow, I just have to get him to sit down and write a, do a presentation. That's what I. I don't know if it's paper, it's going to support this.
The reason I did that is since
They're not
I'm so excited to see that I read. They don't fit that.
Sometimes you can start cut and then lift it, I'll try that. Oh, I forgot to put the watercolor in. Oh, and pastels, I have soft pastels. So if you want paint, here it is, I'm putting it out now. Watercolor paints are out. Now, here is the soft pastels. And I should mention too, this afternoon, we are doing myelin and watercolor will be our main medium. This afternoon. I'm gonna put the soft pastels over the first table. That's what we're looking for. Soft pastels, Joyce, I know they're your favorite. What is there right here? Soft pastels. Okay, so I don't have any there, but
It's okay, Liz. I just look like that.
what you can try doing is go to the lakes and run this under on water. That might work. Maybe somebody can share with you.
The suggestion worked.
It did, okay.
Like,
Postcards left from my show. If anyone wants them, I will put them by Laura's laptop back here. And I also have some micron fine point markers that I'm putting out here by the soft stills to make thin lines. Very good. Very good beginning. Good job. It works. It's a very good strategy. Artists have been doing that for centuries. You got it. Oops, sorry about that. That's cute. Oops, I started scrolling on my Facebook. Forgive me, everyone.
Addictive.
I see one person, that was so done. But I, Warren Metcalf would say, Warren, so. Like, well, I'm not gonna, I don't have to really. If somebody says. Part of this. Want. No, like they got tickets for something for my graduation. And they, turned out to be those. Comedy. Mishmash, take off on health music. And then go out and so. Oh, that's right. Yeah. Oh my God. Roll down. That way. We also roll down.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's something I would want my ladies to see on something. And. Saving up. Every. Yeah, and the genetic and the way treated his wife, he had, as a joke, he was just a monster. He wrote some extraordinary things that he was doing. I can't seem to reconcile with these guys. It is American. Yeah. Yeah. It's like
It's something I'm not gonna get is those you're still watching,
Even in the art world, there have been people who've done terrible things and they're geniuses. It's very difficult to recognize. It's a matter of personal moral choice. You never look at the Picasso. You have to decide for yourself. It's advice, only advice I can give.
With one eye.
Yeah.
Women eyes off.
Gosh, you guys are just incredible work today. Every last person is really letting their creative juices flow. Burlap is so hard. I know. Even with good scissors, I think good scissors are really awesome. Yes, even with good scissors, though, it's very difficult. It's easy. Oh, really? Oh. This is mine. No. Folks at home, you're okay? That was great, Robin. All I can see is your hand. You're doing good, though.
Yes, all is good.
Good. A big, wonderful win for a Caribbean country. Haiti is going to be part of the World Cup this year for the first time in many, many, many years. So that's exciting. And what, Eileen? Senegal's playing the first game, Senegal versus France, and they have a good chance of winning. It's a Saturday. Yep. One of the interesting things about the European teams is most of the players are from Senegal. Senegal has the greatest soccer players in the world. There's an 18-year-old player on the Spanish team who I believe is Moroccan, who's supposed to be this extraordinary soccer phenom. I don't know if he's playing for Spain or Morocco. It'll be interesting. Interesting to watch how those things play out.
Water on the colored pencil, you make it,
No, I do have watercolor pencils, and you can do it with them, but I did not
it's
bring them.
late and already,
Yeah. No, the color pencils that I brought today were not blur or blend. Kind of mix colors by laying down a light color first and then putting a darker color on top. But you kind of blend them or blur them. Might have missed warning that global. When you're done, you can even roll the garbage over here. Then
yes, although that's supposed to be.
they play.
I did,
Very rare. Yes. We have to let them know. And is that open? Oh, it's very good. Yes, she was a pop party. Oh, good to know. I'm gonna announce it. Thank you. So there is a group exhibition in which Yaya Kusuma is showing her work at the Guggenheim Museum. I think it opened June 5th, and you can get free entry to the Guggenheim at this library. You do have to let them know at least a day in advance. So if you want to go, I would recommend going up to the front desk today and giving them the date you want to go, and they'll give you a free pass. Love the Guggenheim. It's one of my favorite museums in New York. It's just fun being in the museum. It's a bad show. It is. I just love doing the spiral walkway. And they have a terrific gift shop. But you have to have a lot of money. You have to have money to burn so you can be able to afford their gift. But it's one of the best. Yeah, they do. The New York Public Library is a terrific gift shop. They also have a really nice cafe.
The public library?
Now, you know what I'm thinking of, the Pierpont Morgan Library.
Yeah,
They
that
have a
is big.
really bad cafe.
But it's nice. Don't because it's going to be. No, I just take a sample. It's right. It's too much. The glue is too much.
So you're gonna take it apart with that. There are artists that do that. Just play and then they just get rid of it when they're done. And you know, the that and the Buddhist monks, they make gorgeous sand things.
Oh, yeah.
Just destroy what they finish.
Could make her Frida Kahlo and have eyebrows. That could be, right?
Yeah, they work pretty good. Plastic utensils. Are supposed to be illegal, you know. They keep sending them.
Yeah, good.
They do a sexual contact too, but it's yeah. Yeah.
Turn me out, like, well, almost.
She always has me saying, where's your background? That's always in my head, you know, and I.
Nice.
No, that's always your good pizza.
Okay, good. So
Right.
you're building a very interesting proposition up.
What's the halo?
It's actually, I'm not saying much to people today because they're all doing very strong work. You're all going in very nice direction.
Okay, I'm back to very good.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's good.
Don't say that.
Very nice.
Oh, I sure. Oh. It was like a hate to do it whole shit. Yeah, yes. So that was really, you know, really used. The one that needs to see her lesson. Breaths. Once more, I know I don't understand. It's very young. So you know it. She was in New York to go to the embassy. These are legal. That's it. I'm so excited when I just could. You're old, right? Yeah, that.
And her dog is pretty talented. So yeah. So I'm sure.
And this is versus for. That's. It's sad, but I think my life.
Yeah.
I see any of us here now. And again, life is. What kind of life? Immigrants, life. Yeah. You tell me.
I'm not, but I work with.
Yeah.
Second generation is much easier.
The home artists are good, I think, Susan. You're lost in space. There you are. I'm assuming you're good, though. Susan, you said you're coming this afternoon, so you can bring what you're working on and continue on it. Oh, so there is the afternoon class. Those of you who are doing both classes, you will not have to clean up. If you want to just continue working on what you started this morning, you can leave everything right where it is and come back to your work at 1 o'clock. And you can finish the morning piece in the afternoon, and then you can start a second piece if you have enough time in the afternoon. I will have a new lecture for the afternoon artist. The afternoon artist is Maya Lynn. And you know me, I use the term lecture loosely. I will have a new slideshow. I am not an art historian. I share the little bit of information about the artists that I have. And there will be a different project in the afternoon. We have about 10 more minutes until cleanup and sharing. Well, a little bit more than that, almost 15 minutes. So no rush, especially if you're coming back.
Well, I hope you brought that for no reason. You too.
I'm keeping
It was
Right.
spritzing earlier.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was. I went out early this morning and it was kind of raining. They're predicting bad rain tomorrow. Yes. Well, New Jersey's in a drought situation. It's not good. And I was in Colorado over the weekend. Boy, they are suffering.
Good.
They have no rain, no snow, no rain. I loved it, Eileen.
Where did you stay?
Oh, just a Marriott. The hotel was not so great, but the venue for the wedding was spectacular. It was outdoors at a place called the River Bend. So there was a river and this huge cliff. Yes, there was a bend in the river and this huge rock face. And they got married in front of the cliff. It was extraordinarily beautiful. It was lovely. 2 young women. Yes. Both of whom are environmentalists, which made me very happy. I did not go on a hike. It was 90 something degrees and very, very, very dry. I did walk around the city a little bit, but I couldn't be out for more than 15 minutes. It was intensely hot.
Yeah.
You do not have to clean up yet. I see some people cleaning up, but if you're finished, that's great, but you don't need to clean up yet. There's plenty of time.
Actually,
I'm sorry if I got people anxious. You don't have to drive.
So it's always slow these out, she gets upset. Maybe I'll do it. Good? Yeah. I don't want to see it.
Yes.
Because but something about these have like big, like, portfolio. That I could give you. Yeah, yes. I think it also. And we'll talk about.
Yeah. Very much so.
No, I'm going by the text. I'm gonna wait for it back and then I'm gonna towards Laura, because maybe they should open it up to new people. Yeah, I know. Yes, baby. Yeah.
And I'll fix even this.
Yeah.
Right, so you're back. Yes.
So fun.
Are you coming back this afternoon? Yeah.
You just don't have any. I was.
Love your colors.
I like the hidden quality of it, it's like her.
Right. Yes.
That one. A lot.
She got once I used to what could work. The worst you're gonna do is lay there on the weekend, you know, somebody's gonna want to shut your door. But I'm very like erratic schedule and stuff like that. And I've always had that fear, you know, being stuck and something, that's why I got this. But feel like it's a good idea too. But I find those, it's. Yeah. I think where I got this. Right, right into the shower, I would always have a phone nearby and play something. Yeah. Yeah. But that's interesting, when Alexa can. Interesting. Yeah. I didn't realize this.
The same floor.
Well, I mean, it's interesting, what's, this thing I have is this old company, where they still has, every once in a while, I'll set it up by mistake, and then when you look at the actual source, you know. But those companies are probably gonna be right down by electronics, because all that electronic stuff goes in, it's not. There's no. Yeah, because everybody, like, well, they're kind of, oh, that complex is one. I'm gonna see that. Also. I carry you. And I do nothing. I carry you around. Hi, Shirley. And she does right now. I love it. Yes.
What could be wrong?
Okay, though. It's not hard. The part. Good. I think you're gonna-
Well,
That's love.
getting called and we
Nice.
like,
Very.
oh, yeah, we can halfway about ours and
Everybody work hard together.
we'll spend a lot of time traveling, getting, so I'm thinking Croatia.
My cousins went to Florida.
That's what I hear. And that talks in on today.
Is there a tension simple
And
banner?
take, becoming one more to act.
Yeah,
it's,
Oh, is it? Okay, I saw something.
Yeah.
Your body, there's a lot of that would say, I hope one day you stay.
I know people say,
I
I'm
look
looking
forward to that day.
You're.
Oh, you're talking about one.
It's not my goal, I mean, that's something wrong.
Right, I think it must be time for sharing. Unless you want to keep working. Want me to take a vote? Especially since we could share at the end of the day this afternoon. Let's take a vote. How many people want to share? Okay. And it is, I believe it's in-house get to share first today. Diane has to make a bus, so I'm gonna let you go first. Be careful of the wire. Whoops, I have to stop the share of the Ebony G. Patterson work. Oh, there's somebody waiting to get in. I hope she hasn't been waiting a long time. Good. And here is Diane sharing her
Hi,
wonderful work. Everybody look up for a second, please.
Part of the gangsta, I was very intrigued by the
Look
Blue-
up just a little.
yeah.
Diane, so we
the
can see
blue sunglasses with the red lips just caught my eye. With the gangster and just kind of like abstract little background. That's my share. This was a nice project. I enjoyed it. Thank
Nice
you.
composition and
Thank you.
filling in that background really made it together. Right. Yep.
Thank you.
It was one of my favorite things you ever did. Judy, go ahead, you're next. Yes. That's important.
Yeah, that event is for me.
Look at Judy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Let's imitate the one of his hour.
Really, really great. Love the fabric you used for the map.
Yeah.
And the hair,
Yeah.
just so powerful. Well done. Jackie, you don't want to share?
Not done yet, but I'll share.
Yeah, sometimes showing work in progress is a great way to get ideas. See you next week, Diane. All right, very cool. Are you gonna add more bling and stuff and?
Yeah, I'm not sure about the bling because I don't want to cover too much of the, because I'm going by like how the necklace looked and like kind of like that. But I'll fill in like that. But
An actual ebony.
Yeah. No, I'm a picture of me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I love it. So it's a true self-portrait. Yeah, it does. It looks like you. It's your turn. Go ahead. I love this one because the facial image is so hidden and concealed. Love that. And you could add even more flowers and more leaves.
Thank you.
Really beautiful composition. Silene, you should be proud.
This is a self-portrait, but not today.
Young, it's a
When I was
you.
younger, when I was younger,
It's a younger you.
but I mean,
Wow. How about? Look how good your drawing is becoming.
thank you.
So in proportion. You should be very proud. It's a lot of work, it is. Learning how to draw requires patience and work. Well done, Isla. You think you can hold yourself small? Try. Because it's really nice.
The ballpark, it all glued down well. We'll find out.
If it falls off, we can re-glue, that's all. So Samant's is still wet.
Okay, let me see.
He's gonna try and hold it up. Lots of blingy stuff, and I told her, put more and more and more, I love it. Yeah. I love it. The black mask is very, very effective. I like it a lot. The glue will dry. Once it's dry, that stuff will not come off unless you pick at it. And actually, I think I'm sitting on glue. Good. Janice. You gonna share? Yes. So super. Go ahead. You go up to the screen of my laptop.
Is it?
Wow. Here, let me help you.
Sorry,
It's just beautiful.
The red stuff glitter too?
I don't want the acrylic to get onto your laptop. My drip still very wet.
Isn't that beautiful? Look at her colors.
That's a self-portrait, right?
Yes.
Looks just like you.
It looks a lot like her.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Good job. And I had forgotten your name. I'm so sorry. Maria. Marianne, sorry. All right. Isn't this fab? It is. I love your hair.
Thank you.
Is it meant to be Egyptian looking?
No, I
No?
started with some forms of like this headpiece, like medieval. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very strong. Yeah, it's really terrific.
Yeah, that's a leader.
Lena, I forgot you. Lena, come on. Boy, we have been so creative this morning. Look at this. So you went the way of the garden.
Yes. Humans and peas and
Beautiful.
flowers.
I would glue even more things in the background. Tiny,
Okay.
maybe beads or
Okay. I'll look for some.
very colorful and wonderful.
Thank you.
Awesome work. Daniel. It's terrific. I love the dress.
Love that.
Want to tell us a little bit about?
You can actually see it, but you know me. I'm the guy who I'm not exactly very I don't want to be pretentious enough to say how did that have a hidden meaning or something like that or something like. I try to be humble as possible. Okay. I wanted to draw something cute and experimented with the glitter and all that.
She's adorable. Adorable. Well done. Wow, you're expressive. Annie. And it's beautifully made, Dan. Like all that cutting. You did well. Another self-portrait. Isn't it great? Wow.
It's dripping.
I love the eyes. I love the eye. Sparkly. It's really,
Oh.
really well.
What a wonderful lady. Oh,
Thank you.
Like the blue swirls too.
I gotta get this stuff off of the floor,
Please share.
Liz. Does anybody have a piece of paper they can?
Oh, there are tissues right here.
Great, thank you. Don't step, just 1 second.
1 second. Sorry about that. The glue is tricky.
Okay.
Yeah. Thanks, Andy. Look at this. Love it. And that's a picture of you, right?
Yeah.
In the middle.
I feel like a cheater that I didn't do a self-portrait.
No, it's terrific. She used collage with photographs all the time, our artist, Ebony G. Patterson. It's not cheating. And here's Joe.
It's a self,
Love it.
it's self-portrait.
It is. It's so great. And the color choices that you made, that chartreuse really works
Yeah.
with the other
Looks good on
colors
the
so
screen.
well. Well done. All right. Oh, folks at home. Robin, you would be next.
I'd rather show at the end of the second class because I'm only
Sure. Not
just,
a problem.
okay? Thank
And
you.
it looks like we lost Susan and oops, Elizabeth was there and she disappeared just right now. All right, I'm not sure what time it is. Hold on, let me get my phone.
12:19. 12:19.
Oh, it's a bit early. I hope that folks spend some time learning more about Ms. Patterson. Her work is, I think, extraordinary. I don't know of it showing anywhere locally at the moment, but she is part of the permanent collection at the American Museum of Art, the Whitney American Museum of Art. You could try and see her work there. I don't know if it's on display at the moment, but keep her in mind if you ever see her being shown in New York or any area, anywhere in the New York metropolitan area. I really encourage you to go see her work in person because it's very, very, very powerful. And frequently she shows at botanical gardens, which is a double gift to see her work amongst the flowers and plants. Any last minute thoughts? Do you enjoy this kind of collage work? Annie's nodding her head yes. Can you say why?
Why? Because it reminded me when my daughter was little,
Uh-huh.
I did a lot of projects with her.
Okay.
And everything from sewing to drawing to painting to, collages, using all kinds of materials. And it reminded me of that experience.
So it brought back great memories for you.
And I can hear her sweet voice saying, look at it.
Oh, that's wonderful. So to me, it's pretty fabulous that this kind of work is now seen as fine art. It is not craft.
Yeah.
This has risen into the realm of high art. And I believe it's where it should have been all along. And I mentioned this when I came back from Venice. In fact, in the Venice Biennale, the biggest, maybe the most important art venue ever, there is so much of this kind of work. Women or women's, what's thought of traditionally as women's work is now some of the most sought after and honored work in the art world. So I think that's pretty fabulous. All right.
Years, and it's really such an art form.
Yes.
It's very, very difficult to do, and it's very artful. And
Yes.
it just takes so much creativity and so many skills.
Yes.
And it's been, all those things have been.
What is it? What?
Yes.
This one.
Yes.
Magnificent.
Yes. Sewing, knitting, embroidery,
Yeah.
all of those art forms that were considered for women only have now been elevated to fine art status. We were talking about Nicolas Cage and his sound suits. Those are going for, you know, thousands and thousands of dollars now. Art collectors are paying top dollar for that kind of work. There's the Native American artist Jeffrey Gibson, who's working with Native American beaders to make extraordinarily beautiful works of art, also selling for large sums of money. But as little as 10 to 20 years ago, that work was belittled and looked down upon. But now, no, it is highly regarded. And as a fabric artist myself, it makes me feel very, very, very good. All right. A show I haven't seen yet, and I'm really dying to see, there is a show of the collection of Betty Saar's Black Doll collection at the New York Historical Society. I think it's still on. And she was a fabric artist. I recommend that as something you might want to see in New York. What? There's no what? Oh, let's double check that with Laura. Yeah, I think next week is the week that we have no class.
It's blood drive.
Yes, that is correct, Jackie. Thanks for reminding me. There is no art class next week because the space is being used for a blood drive, but the following Wednesday, we will be having a double class again, a morning and afternoon class. What, Daniel?
Why don't we make it art with blood?
If you're willing to donate your blood, we'll be happy to use it. Maybe we'll make something with ketchup. I guess we could. So, art on, everyone. I hope to see many of you this afternoon. We have a class about Maya Lin from 1 until 3. We are going to be doing watercolors and looking at her fabulous work. She is an Asian American artist, and we missed her last month, and we're going to catch up and do her today. And I will see you in 2 weeks if you don't make this afternoon's class. Just a reminder, if you want to see my work, I am up and showing at Sears Gallery, 547 West 27th Street on the second floor, Suite 201, and my show will be up until June 20th. I will be in the gallery this Saturday, which is June 13th, between the